where I was born. And the kids are excited because it's not easy to see something like that. Running off like in front of the thing. So this is the three images that the world sees about Somalia, and these are the guys. I call them the actors. They just came up. Like you see in Hollywood, there's new actors that show up and they're just taking over the whole thing. These are the guys that are doing their job now. Like, well, they're in charge, honestly. Just everybody. Like, I cannot go back to Somalia right now because of this, or else I would just go back. But it's coming from the U.S. would be a deadly thing. So yeah, you have heard about ISIS, Al Qaeda. Have you ever? How many people have heard Al-Shabab? Great, that's good. So these guys are Al-Shabab, and the name is different, but they're like ISIS, right? They just do the same thing, kill people for working with humanitarian agencies or speaking English or watching movies. But like I said, the worst thing that they did was like cancel everything. I learned English from movies. It was probably like that. Little tiny screen, sitting on the floor, crouched, with lots of guys. Sometimes the speaker's not good, but it's even much better now to me, if I remember it, than watching Netflix and, sitting on the couch in the US. This was exciting, because you have the support of these guys, and we just argued, like, he said this, no, he didn't say that, he said this. Oh, watch, he's gonna kill the guy, and when he kills the guy, yeah, I said that. Yeah, it's fun. This is me and my friends, chilling in the water. That's me. Behind me is one of the most popular, really well-known hotels in Somalia. Now, you see it's almost destroyed out there. This is called the Aruba Hotel. It's like next to the beach. This is where the Italians, Americans, and all these people used to go, just chill and have fun. So by the way, around this time, I actually did not live in my house. I just lived here. See that? What do you think this is? Well, this is a cave or a beach that I dug myself, and the reason is it's safe to be in there just to be on the side. Because if the shells have it or bullets, zip past, they may probably not hit you when you're right there. So it was just cool. And this was a good place because people cannot find you easily. Militias go to the houses from room to room. They search for under the bed and all of these things. But this was my hiding area, so I spent months sleeping in that beach, and it's kind of a squeezed area. My mom lives in one of these, and I built a makeshift house for her, so I couldn't live. It's really horrible, and it's out of the city. It's not a place where I could, do my diaries or something. This was a completely Al-Shabab area, so she was living there with accepting all the hard rules that they were doing. But the fact that I said no, so I lived near the airport. I decided because that was where there's a government. The government is fighting Al-Shabab, and that's a battleground area where the government lives and Al-Shabaab kind of attack every day. So it's kind of area where you can at least live and away from the Shabab influence. But in this area, I just came and built a makeshift house for my mom and lived out there. So all of this, I left for Kenya, and this is me and my brother. I probably told this story a little earlier that this is what happened when the Kenyans targeted Somalis. It's just more brutal like that. Kicking you in the face because you're nothing. We're talking about refugees, right? The world is looking at the refugees today. Immigrants. Who are they? Who are these people? What are they doing? Okay, they're in Germany, they're attacking people. They are themselves victims of, So the thing I'm saying actually is this guy, that's not me, somebody else, it's another Somali fellow. So this guy, if he survives and goes back to Somalia, there's no question that he will be Al-Shabaab and attack Kenya. But he probably would not make that decision if this did not happen. I have been at the United Nations the other day. I met Ban Ki-moon, all these great people, and they were talking about refugees and immigrants. And I just talked to myself. I talked to everyone. And I said, look, this is what's happening. You guys are not looking at this. You guys are talking about, well, how can the host countries work with refugees? How can UNHCR do this and that? That's not the case. The refugees themselves are half the problems. Nobody gives them what they need. They just run from their countries, you know, affected by wars, violence, you know, all these problems. And they're coming to your country just find a safe haven. To get themselves safe, you know, the best thing to find is peace. Well, you don't need to worry about water and food. It will probably come later. But the best thing is, like, are you safe in this place? I'm here for 2 years now in this country, and I sometimes don't feel safe because I still have nightmares. I'm not afraid of the police, honestly. I don't believe in police killing black people and stuff like that because I'm not bad. I don't argue with them, or and the Maine police are good. But the thing is, you still have this PSTD, post-traumatic stress disorder, where you like sleep at night and wake up in the morning sweating. And what happened last night? It was a nightmare, and it doesn't go away easily. Just goes with you. I have a friend. She told me, "Did you still start dreaming in English?" And I said, "No. No. When you start that, you're gonna be American." Awesome. Okay. I still look forward to dreaming in English. I'm not still doing that. So, late summer in 2014, I came to the US. And somebody had a sign says, Abdi is here, and this is Natalia. I live with this family, and these are the family that heard me on the radio and decided to help me. And they're still helping me. They just said, we have a house. We have a horse, chickens, 2 cats, a dog, all these animals. Come over. I'm like, a horse? What? Dogs? I've never lived with animals like that. So this is Logan International Airport in Boston. I don't know if you can see that smile, but I can't believe I'm here. Honestly, to be very honest. I can't believe I'm here. And it's like, going back to the memories where you felt like you're not safe, you're being hunted down, you're being targeted, tortured, harassed by everyone, the police, the people, But this is the country of dreams, right? This is the country where you can make everything possible. You're in Orono, going to university, you don't have anybody targeting you. You cannot be bullied as well. It happens, I know, but as a grown-up man who has seen all these horrible things, this is hate, honestly. So, they took me in the back of the car, and we were off on the highway, 95, Maine, and half a mile or something, they told me, buckle up, put your seatbelt on. What? Seatbelt, man. We don't do that. And then I think we drove for a few miles, and then we turned to one of these gas stations where you buy things. And I was just like, what do you want to get? I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I want to get something to eat. I'm hungry. I want to get something to drink. But you can see all these things here, like, I don't know what I want to get. I want to get something. So Sharon, who's Natalia's mom, was talking to the guy. Oh, he's new, so what's the best, tastiest food that you can think? So they gave me a hot dog. I'm like, this is not bad at all, right? No, it's not at all. So they live on a road called Sligo. Honestly, Sligo is 2-mile long road. This is it. This is Sligo. I took this picture the next morning. And you know why they took it? What do you think? The greenery? No. I'm not surprised there's nobody on the street. I just kept looking like, well, there's no one. There's like, you can see one car going this way, another car going this way. And this is not the America you see on the movies, is it? No. On the movies, they just play all this. This is a horror movie, or scary movie, where you just feel like something's going to run to you, eat you, something like that. So, and I still have these nightmares from Africa, and I live with these people, and I don't know more about them. Is this the first time I met them? So I was like, I really what's going on? There's all these feelings going on with me. And then they told me that my green card, everything else is going to be here. we guys from Africa, we don't have things like that. So they said my green card's gonna come here, you know, all the mail things, and it was like on the other side. This is not the exact. I found this on Google. I took a picture. I don't know where it went. So they told me like they're going on camping, and they said your green card's gonna come maybe next week. So keep your eyes out for it. And every morning I walk up, I check. I only later noticed that the mail guy doesn't come until 11. So I was there at 6 every morning, like, oh, there's nothing. And then I go back in the evening and there's something. What's going on? How does things, not coming here? So I kept watching the whole day until this guy came. And I ran to him and I said, explain how does this work? And he wasn't sure how to explain this. What do you mean? How does this work? How do you know my name? How do you bring this thing over here? I just want to find out all about this. And he was like, I know the address, this is Sligo, and this is the house. That's how I did this thing. Awesome, okay, so I got my green card over there. I had a little time of fun, they took me around for a walk and all these fun things. But as a newcomer, you always have the pressure of your family. This is the land of milk and honey. Americans like that, right? To most of us. Or sometimes we say, money grows on the trees. My mom called me and she's like, all right, send us money. I'm like, Mom, I didn't start working. I just got my documents and everything. So I had to find a job real quick. This is my first job. It says National Rifle Association. I just, with this election and everything else, I just found that out. I didn't know this before. So this is an insulation, company. We insulate houses. I have no experience with this thing. They put me with 3 guys from Maine, all of them Mainers, and they have this accent you don't understand, and they all smoke, and it's winter. This was winter when I got the job. And they put me in the truck with these guys, and I was sitting there, so the heat is on, but they were smoking. And they said, man, roll the window down if you don't like smoke. Or you'll have to put up with smoke, and I said, smoke's fine with me. I don't, the cold is crazy. Right? People, you guys know that you buy layers or something like that from LLB.